Hey, Visha. Blessings to you. Am I freezing? I am outside. It is pleasant right now. It is pleasant. I don't, I can say this. I been as ready for rain as I am right now. To a week of been so hot. It's been so hot here in Mississippi. It's still somewhat pleasant. I think I don't really be getting the brunt of the heat. But like once I go past that shade, y'all. Holy. Okay, am I still freezing? Can you guys let me know if I'm still freezing? I should not be. Still freezing. And so that was pace. That is going to be our declaration. Go at God's pace. I don't know why he wants me to reiterate this the other day. But I know that he wants me to reiterate this. A lot of times we busy ourselves up, with things that we feel we have to get done now. And, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. Am I freezing? Am I still freezing? Am I still freezing? Okay, I'm going to just have to. But that's okay. I'll go inside. That's not the second, y'all. Okay, we should be good now. Okay, we'll just do it like this. We should be good now. We should be good now. Excuse my blinds being all the way up, you guys. I do that so that it's not blinds again. Listen, because they are 2 for 0 right. 2 for 0 right. Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay, I should be connected to Wi-Fi. Blessings to you. Go with God's pace. What I was saying is, this is a word that has been popping up over and over and over again because am I still freezing? I should not be freezing. Am I still freezing? Hey, Kanema, what's up? How y'all doing? Am I still freezing? Am I still freezing? I should actually be good right now. I should actually be good right now. If I need to restart it, I will. But are we good? We'll wait to see. Okay, I'm not freezing. Okay. But, this word has been popping up, going at God's pace, and I think a lot of times, we get in those mindsets, of feeling like we have to do so many different things all at the same time. We have our own to-do list. We have our own agendas as we go throughout, each day. But, the Lord said that, going ahead of him will always bring anxiety. Has any of y'all ever been in, let's just say it's one of those days where you have so much to do and you may say, it feels like I have so little time. Anybody ever been there and you're just rushing, trying to get everything accomplished? You're so busy that you are tired physically and begin to feel a little bit anxious. Even in being tired, you start making little mistakes. Anybody ever been there? By a show of hands, has anybody ever been there? This was me literally a few minutes ago. I was feeling like, okay, God, I have so much. Listen, I'm like, I got so much stuff to do. I feel like I got to get it all done now. I got to clean my house. I got to vacuum. I got to do this. I got to do that. I started to get anxious. I started to get so anxious that God had to literally tell me, go at my pace. And I knew that what he was meaning was approach this day at my pace. go as slow as I go as fast as I go, but don't, go ahead of me. Go at God's pace. And honestly speaking, this is one of those weekends where I think that God is calling many of us into a place of physical rest. Yesterday was my day of physical rest where I just needed to just literally. But I believe that just from what I've picked up in the Holy Spirit, that for many people, this is going to be that day because you've worked all week. Some of y'all have had long weeks. Some of you guys have had busy weeks. And what God is just literally saying is, enjoy it. Get rest, like physical rest if you need it. Do absolutely nothing work related. Like get to a place where you can just chill out today. But I wanted to just give this reminder to me that there are some of y'all that need to hear this. When you go ahead of God, you start making mistakes. When you lag behind God, you start making mistakes. Now, the feelings of what happened when we lag and when we go ahead of God are somewhat similar, but they're different, right? When you go ahead of God, you will notice that certain things don't happen. When you go ahead of God, easy. You may feel anxious. You may feel all over the place. When you lag behind God, honestly, there's a conviction that sets in. And if you don't snap out of it, you'll end up missing so many things that God has in store for you. So let today be a day. God knows that we have like a whole to-do list of what we feel we need to do. Anybody got a to-do list of what you feel you need to do, what you feel you need to get taken care of? And sometimes the old people used to say back in the day, it ain't enough hours in the day. It's never enough hours in the day when a person isn't going at God's pace. I'm going to say that again. And the thing is, truthfully, I'm going to say that one more time. When a person is not going at God's pace, it just never is, right? But when we go at God's pace, everything lines up perfectly. I'm going to say it again. Everything perfectly. And honestly, today needs to be one of those days where you guys discern. Are you moving at God's pace? Are you noticing a little bit of stagnation? Are you noticing that, nothing is coming from like your efforts? Or is it, or are you noticing or feeling like, man, because sometimes we be taking rest and we don't really need rest. Ouch. Sometimes we be taking rest and we really don't need rest. We're just being lazy and we mistake laziness for tiredness. And, sometimes, we feel like we need rest, knowing good and well that we procrastinated this entire week. We procrastinated things accomplished. So when it's all said and done, you need to discern, are you in God's perfect, at moving at his pace? Are you lagging behind? Are you that person that that you've been giving yourself too much rest? Or, that you've been procrastinating, or maybe that you just, straight up. Or are you that person? And I think I have both groups here. Or are you that person where you've been moving so fast? You feel like you got a million things to do. As soon as you get one done, 10 more things pop up on your list. And you just listen, if you keep doing that, you will get to a point of feeling burned out. You'll get to a place where you are absolutely no good. You are absolutely no good. So when it's all said and done today, go at God's pace. If God is saying chill out, chill out. If God is saying move on certain things today, guess what you need to be doing? Moving on certain things today. Don't go too slow and don't go too fast. It's like driving, right? Nobody likes a person that, drives too slow. And nobody likes a person that drives too fast. I'm going to be real. You can be in danger with both. In fact, I didn't know that you can actually get a ticket for driving too slow on the interstate, right? The same way that you can get a ticket for driving too fast. What God is simply saying is go at the speed limit. That's your safe place. That's your safe zone. When you go at the speed limit, let's just say the speed limit is 70 miles per hour. A cop will typically give you a 5 mile per hour, grace area, where if you're going 75, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to get stopped. But when you start trucking 80, 81, 82 in a 70 mile per hour speed limit, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get pulled over and you're going to get a ticket, right? If you're driving at, under 40 miles per hour on the speedway, guess what? You probably going to get pulled over and the officer probably going to give you a ticket and tell you, listen, you need to take this. If you're going to drive slow like this, you need to take the scenic route. go through the city, right? And so again, it's something that we all have to discern. Today was one of those days when I was doing too much cleaning wise. I'm like, I need to vacuum. I need to, clean the carpet. I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I started feeling anxious. I vacuumed my room, and God straight up said, you doing too much. Chill out. And so that is the word. That's kind of what God has placed on my heart for this particular broadcast. Like, go at his pace. When it revolves around business, when it revolves around, any other thing, that's your safe zone. That is your safe zone. It ensures that you don't get in any self-created storms in a way. And so that is the broadcast right now. Today, I'm assuming it's probably going to be one of those days of physical rest again for me. I kind of need it. This week has been a busy week. And so, that is it. That is it. To those of you guys that need to sow or that feel led to sow, not need to, but feel led to sow, you guys can sow. To those of you guys that need to this ministry, go pay your tithes. Go and pay your tithes. And so that is it. Right now, my goal is I need to get some food. I haven't eaten yet, but I do know that as the day to get me at least something to eat. And so and I need to get some trash bags for my house. That's literally all that I need at the moment. It's just literally food. And so that is where the links are. Sow into this word, but I feel like sowing into your life so that you can get you something to eat. You just let God lead you. I was blessed enough to be able to get gas yesterday, to be able to catch up on some of the bills, not all, but just some of them, which I'm grateful for. And so that is it, you guys. I love y'all, though. I am rooting for y'all. And so until next time, y'all, peace.